Good evening. Good evening, church, and hello to visitors and folks who may be watching on our live stream. My name is Schermitzler. I'm the director of music here at Beatitudes, and welcome to what we call an all-church music hour, an hour plus of songs devoted to a particular theme, just to reach into your living room, wherever you are right now, and say hello during this time. So what we have for you today is songs on the passage of time. So we're going to be mentioning time in lots of different facets. Time as a healing entity, the past, present, and future. Time for remembering, how we feel at the end of life, all of that stuff. There have been so many great songs written about time, and so enjoy just a few of them from tonight. I appreciate everybody sending in suggestions. I did my best to kind of make things work, but I had to come up with a program, by today at about earlier this morning. I had to finish a program, so I hope you'll forgive me if there's some stuff that you've suggested that is not in here, but hopefully you'll find some other things that make you go, oh yeah, how could I have missed that? So we're going to start with some songs that are reminiscing of youth. So here we go. This is Saturday in the Park by Chicago.
July.
Thank you. This is for the country folk. This is Kenny Chesney. Young. Looking back now, it makes me laugh. We were growing our hair, we were cutting class. Knew it already, there was nothing to learn. We were striking matches just to watch them burn. Listen to our music just a little too loud. We were hanging in there with the outcast crowd. Into the rapids with some discount beer. It was a long tram trestle, but we had no fear. And I don't know where the time goes, but it sure goes fast. Just like that, we were wannabe rebels that didn't have a clue. In our rock and roll t-shirts and our typical bad attitude. Had no excuses for the things that we'd done. We were brave, we were crazy, we were mostly young. Young. Talked a good game when we were out with the guys, but in the backseat we were awkward and shy. Girls were a mystery that we couldn't explain, and I guess there are some things that are never gonna change. And man, I don't know where the time goes, but it sure goes fast. Just like that, we were wannabe rebels that didn't have a clue. In our rock and roll t-shirts and our typical bad attitudes. Had no excuses for the things that we'd done. We were brave, we were crazy, we were mostly young. 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 Yeah, and wishing we were older. Young. Hey, I wish it wasn't over. Man, I don't know where the time goes, but it sure goes fast. Just like that, we were wannabe rebels that didn't have a clue. In our rock and roll t-shirts and our typically bad attitude. Had no excuses for the things that we'd done. We were brave, we were crazy, we were mostly young. Young. And wishing we were older, and I wish it wasn't over. Thank you. This next song's from Anastasia, and it's called Journey to the Past. Heart, don't fail me now. Courage, don't desert me. Don't turn back now that we're here. People always say life is full of choices. No one ever mentions fear, or how the world can seem so vast on a journey to the past. Somewhere down the road, I know someone's waiting. Years of dreams just can't be wrong. Arms will open wide, I'll be safe and wanted. Finally home where I belong. Well, starting now, I'm learning fast on this journey to the past. was once a time I must have had them too. Home, love, family, I will never be complete until I find you. One step at a time, one hope then another. Who knows where this road may go? Back to who I was, on to find my future, things my heart still needs to know. Yes, let this be a sign, let this road be mine, let it lead me to my past and bring me home at last. So we've talked about the past and what it can do to influence our future decisions, and so now we're moving into some of the songs that talk about the present moment. So this is Time After Time, Cyndi Lauper. Lying in my bed, I hear the clock tick and I think of you. Caught up in circles, confusion is nothing new. Flashback, warm nights, almost left behind. Suitcase of memories, time after. Sometimes you picture me, I'm walking too far ahead. You're calling to me, I can't hear what you said. Then you say, go slow, I fall behind. The second hand unwinds. If you're lost, you can look and you will find me. Time after time. If you fall, I will catch you, I'll be waiting. Time after time. If you're lost, you can look and I will find me. Time after time. If you fall, I will catch you, I'll be waiting. Time after time. After my picture fades and darkness has turned to gray, watching through windows, you're wondering if I'm okay. Secrets stolen from deep inside. The drum beats out of time. If you're lost, you can look and you will find me. Time after time. If you fall, I will catch you, I'll be waiting. Time after time. If you fall, you can look and you will find me. Time after time. If you fall, I will catch you, I'll be waiting. Time after time. 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 Next is the song that helped promote this night. Thanks, Janelle. Hat tip to Janelle, tap horn. This is Time in a Bottle, Jim Croce. If I could save time in a bottle, first thing that I'd like to do is to save every day till eternity passes away, just to spend time with you. If I could make days last forever, if words could make wishes come true, I'd save every day like a treasure, and then again I would spend them with you. But there never seems to be enough time to do the things you want to do once you find them. I've looked around enough to know that you're the one I want to go through time with. If I had a box just for wishes and dreams that never come true, the box would be empty except for the memory of how they were answered by you. But there never seems to be enough time to do the things you want to do once you find them. Oh, I've looked around enough to know that you're the one I want to go through time with. Thank you. We're going to go back to Chicago now. I apologize, this is a new one for me. So this is, does anybody really know what time it is? Take it easy on me. Also, when Chicago plays, there's a whole big band that I can't cover as a pianist. And so what I want you to do to yourselves is, if you know this, do for yourselves, is if you know this song, just sing the little trumpet solo, or think about, the trombone solo, or all the other parts inside, and hopefully that'll make up for my deficiencies here on the piano. Does anybody really know what time it is? Chicago.
had stopped cold dead.
anybody really know what time it is? Does anybody really care? So I can't imagine why we've all got time enough to die. Oh, everybody's watching. I don't care about time. I don't care. There we go. Thank you, thank you. Grab some water here. All right, we are now moving into the future slowly. So we're going to start with one of the most famous songs of protest by Bob Dylan. This is "The Times They Are A-Changin'." Come gather round, people, wherever you roam, and admit that the waters around you have grown, and accept it soon you'll be drenched to the bone. If your time to you is worth saving, then you better start swimming or you'll sink like a stone, for the times they are a-changin'. Come writers and critics, with prophesize with your pen, and keep your eyes wide, the chance won't come again. And don't speak too soon, for the wheel's still in spin, and there's no telling who that it's naming. For the loser now will be later to win, for the times they are a-changin'. Here we go. Come senators, congressmen, please heed the call. Don't stand in the doorway, don't block up the hall, for he that gets hurt will be he who has stalled. There's a battle outside and it's raging. It'll soon shake your windows and rattle your walls, for the times they are a-changin'. Here we go. Come mothers and fathers throughout the land, and don't criticize what you can't understand. Your sons and your daughters are beyond your command. Your old road is rapidly aging. Please get out on the new one if you can't lend your hand, for the times they are a-changin'. The line it is drawn, the curse it is cast. The slow one now will later be fast, as the present now will later be past. The order is rapidly fading, and the first one now will later be last, for the times they are a-changin'. Thank you. This next song is from a Stephen Sondheim musical, and when Stephen Sondheim passed the day after Thanksgiving, I was so distraught. He's such a legend. He's left so much wealth and richness and beauty for us to ponder. And this is from one of his earlier musicals called Merrily We Roll Along, which actually starts chronologically at the end of the lives of three friends and works its way back to the beginning, and details their partnership and their working relationship as creatives, how it fell apart, how it began, how it fell apart, and what the fallout was. But this is when they're all bright-eyed, young, recent graduates getting ready to start off into the world. This is
our time.
Something is stirring, shifting ground, it's just begun. Edges are blurring all around, and yesterday is done. Feel the flow, hear what's happening, we're what's happening. Don't you know, we're the movers and we're the shapers. We're the names in tomorrow's papers, up to us, man, to show on. It's our time, breathe it in, worlds to change and worlds to win. Our turn coming through, me and you, man, me and you. Feel how it quivers on the brink, everything gives you the shivers, makes you think there's so much stuff to sing. And you and me will be singing it like the birds, me with music and you the words. Tell them things they don't know, up to us, pal, to show on. It's our time, breathe it in, worlds to change and worlds to win. Our turn, we're what's new, me and you, pal, me and you. Feel the flow, hear what's happening, we're what's happening. Long ago, all we had was that funny feeling, saying someday we'd send them reeling. Now it looks like we can. Someday just began. It's our heads on the block, give us room and start the clock. Our time coming through, me and you, pal, me and you. Something is stirring, shifting ground, it's just begun. Edges are blurring all around, and yesterday is done. Feel the flow, hear what's happening, we're what's happening. Don't you know, we're the movers and we're the shapers. We're the names in tomorrow's papers, up to us now to show on. It's our time, breathe it in, worlds to change and worlds to win. Our turn coming through, me and you, pal, me and you. Years from now, we'll remember and we'll come back by the rooftop and hang a plaque. This is where we began, being what we can. It's our heads on the block, give us room and start the clock. Our dream coming true, me and you, pal, me and you. Me and you, 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 me and you.
I'm going to stick with musical theater. There's a very popular song that talks about the future, and it's from Annie.
tomorrow. Bet your bottom dollar that tomorrow there'll be sun. Just thinking about tomorrow clears away the cobwebs and the sorrow till there's none. When I'm stuck with a day that's gray and lonely, I just stick out my chin and grin and say, oh, the sun'll come out tomorrow, so you gotta hang on till tomorrow. Come what may, tomorrow, tomorrow, I love ya, tomorrow, you're always a day away. When I'm stuck with a day that's gray and lonely, I just stick out my chin and grin and say, oh, the sun'll come out tomorrow, so you gotta hang on till tomorrow. Come what may, tomorrow, tomorrow, I love ya, tomorrow, you're always a day away. Tomorrow, tomorrow, I love ya, tomorrow, you're always a day away.
Good. We're going to move to the Beatles. So I'm aging us now slowly as we're going. So now we're in our 60s. These next couple of songs are going to be spoken from people, well, either talking about or living from the perspective of the 60s. Here we go. This is the Beatles, When I'm 64.
When I get older, losing my hair many years from now, will you still be sending me a Valentine, birthday greetings, bottle of wine? If I've been out till 2:45, would you lock the door? Will you still need me? Will you still feed me when I'm 64? You'll be older then, and if you say the word, I could stay with you. I could be handy mending a fuse when your lights have gone. You can knit a sweater by the fireside. Sunday mornings go for a ride. Doing the garden, digging the weeds. Who could ask for more? Will you still need me? Will you still feed me when I'm 64? Every summer we can rent a cottage in the Isle of Wight if it's not too dear. We shall scrimp and save. Grandchildren on your knee. Vera, Chuck, and Dave. Send me a postcard, drop me a line, stating point of view. Indicate precisely what you mean to say. You're sincerely wasting away. Give me your answer fill in a form, mine forevermore. Will you still need me? Will you still feed me when I'm 64? Huh.
All right, this next song is from Pippin, and this is No Time at All.
When you are as old as I, my dear, and I hope that you never are, you will woefully wonder why, my dear, through your cataracts and catarrh, you could squander away or sequester a drop of a precious year. For when your best days are yester, the rest are twice as dear. What good is a field on a fine summer night if you sit all alone with the weeds? Or a succulent pear if with each juicy bite you spit out your teeth with the seeds? Before it's too late, stop trying to wait for fortune and fate you're secure of. For there's one thing to be sure of, mate. There's nothing to be sure of. Oh, it's time to start living. Time to take a little from this world we're given. Time to take time, 'cause spring will turn to fall in just no time. That's the chorus. We're gonna do it a lot. You can sing with me. I've never wondered if I was afraid when there was a challenge to take. And I've never thought about how much I weighed when there was still one piece of cake. Maybe it's meant the hours I've spent feeling broken and bent and unwell. But there's still no cure for heaven sent as the chance to raise some hell. Chorus! Oh, it's time to start living. Time to take a little from the world we're given. Time to take time, for spring will turn to fall in just no time at all. I think you're getting it. Sages tweet that age is sweet. Good deeds and good works, you earn your laurels. But what could make you feel more obsolete than being noticed for your morals? Give me someone who can follow along, someone who's stalwart and steady. Give me a night that's romantic and long, then give me a month to get ready. Now I could waylay some aging roue and persuade them to play someplace crampy. But it's hard to believe you're being led astray by a gal who calls you Grampy. This time, everybody at home, a 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, it's time to start living. Time to take a little from the world we're given. Time to take time, for spring it will turn to fall in just no time at all. Nice job. So when the drearies do attack and a siege of the sides begins, I throw these regal shoulders back and lift these noble chins. Here is a secret I never have told. Maybe you'll understand why. I believe if I refuse to grow old, I can stay young till I die. Now I've known the fears of 66 years. I've had troubles and tears by the score. But the only thing I trade them for is 67 more. A 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh. it's time to start living. Time to take a little from the world we're given. Time to take time, for spring will turn to fall in just no time at all. Oh, it's time to keep living. Time to keep taking from the world you're given. You are my time, so I'll throw off my shawl. And watching your flings be flung all over makes me feel young all over in just no time at all.
All right, we're moving into a section of this show where we're going to talk about time as causing sorrow, causing pain, and then being a healing element. And so we're going to start with one of those songs that, you know, when it comes on, you just instantly feel that, and that's Yesterday by the Beatles.
Yesterday, all my troubles seem so far away. Now it looks as though they're here to stay. Oh, I believe in yesterday. Suddenly, I'm not half the man I used to be. There's a shadow hanging over me. Oh, yesterday came suddenly. Why she had to go, I don't know. She wouldn't say. I said something wrong. Now I long for yesterday. Yesterday, love was such an easy game to play. Now I need a place to hide away. Oh, I believe in yesterday. Why she had to go, I don't know. She wouldn't say. I said something wrong. Now I long for yesterday. Yesterday, love was such an easy game to play. Now I need a place to hide away. Oh, I believe in yesterday. Memories light the corners of my mind. Misty watercolored memories of the way we were. Scattered pictures of the smiles we left behind, smiles we gave to one another for the way we were. Can it be that it was all so simple then, or has time rewritten every line? If we had the chance to do it all again, tell me, would we? Could we? it's too painful to remember. We simply choose to forget. So it's the laughter we will remember. Whenever we remember the way we were. The way we were. Time heals everything. Tuesday, Thursday. Time heals everything. April, August. If I'm patient, the break will mend, and one fine morning the hurt will end. So make the moments fly, autumn, winter. I'll forget you by next year, some year. Though it's hell that I'm going through, some Tuesday, Thursday, April, August, autumn, winter, next year, some year. Time heals everything. Time heals everything but loving you.
I wanted to do a part of this music hour that focused on kids, having kids, growing up, seeing them from a parent's eyes. And so these next few songs talk about just that, starting with Lullaby, Goodnight My Angel, from Billy Joel.
Good night, my angel, time to close your eyes and save these questions for another day. I think I know what you've been asking me. I think I know what I've been trying to say. I promised I would never leave you, and you should always know, wherever you may go, no matter where you are, I never will be far away. Good night, my angel, now it's time to sleep, and still so many things I want to say. Remember all the songs you sang for me when we went sailing on an emerald bay. And like a boat out on the ocean, I'm rocking you to sleep. The water's dark and deep inside this ancient heart. You'll always be a part of me. and dream how wonderful your life will be. Someday your child may cry, and if you sing this lullaby, then in your heart there will always be a part of me. Someday we'll all be gone, but lullabies go on and on. They never die, that's how you and I will be. Is this the little girl I carry? Is this the little boy at play? I don't remember growing older. When did they? When did she get to be a beauty? When did he get to be so tall? Wasn't it yesterday when they were small? Sunrise, sunset, sunrise, sunset, swiftly for the days. Seedlings turn overnight to sunflowers, blossoming even as we gaze. Sunrise, sunset, sunrise, sunset, swiftly fly the years. One season following another, laden with happiness and tears. What words of wisdom can I give them? How can I help to ease their way? Now they must learn from one another, day by day. They look so natural together, just like two newlyweds should be. Is there a canopy in store for me? Sunrise, sunset, sunrise, sunset, swiftly fly the years. One season following another, laden with happiness and My child arrived just the other day. He came to the world in the usual way, but there were planes to catch and bills to pay. He learned to walk while I was away, and he was talking before I knew it. And as he grew, he'd say, I'm gonna be like you, Dad. You know I'm gonna be like you. And the cat's in the cradle and the silver spoon, little boy blue and the man in the moon. When you coming home, Dad, I don't know when, but we'll get together then, son. You
know we'll have a good time then. My son turned 10 just the other day. He said, "Thanks for the ball, Dad. Come on, let's play. Can you teach me to throw?" I said, "Not today. I got a lot to do." He said, "That's okay." And he walked away, but his smile never dimmed. It said, "I'm gonna be like him. Yeah, you know I'm gonna be like him." And the cat's in the cradle and the silver spoon, little boy blue and the man in the moon. When you coming home, Dad, I don't know when, but we'll get together then, son. You know we'll have a good time then. Well, he came from college just the other day, so much like a man, I just had to say, "Son, I'm proud of you. Can you sit for a while?" He shook his head and he said with a smile, "What I'd really like, Dad, is to borrow the car keys. See you later, can I have them, please?" And the cat's in the cradle and the silver spoon, little boy blue and the man in the moon. When you coming home, son, I don't know when, but we'll get together then. Yeah, you know we'll have a good time then. I've long since retired, my son's moved away. I called him up just the other day. I said, "I'd like to see you if you don't mind." He said, "I'd love to, Dad, if I can find the time. You see, my new job's a hassle and the kids have the flu, but it's sure nice talking to you, Dad. It's been sure nice talking to you." And as I hung up the phone, it occurred to me, he'd grown up just like me. My boy was just like me. And the cat's in the cradle and the silver spoon, little boy blue and the man in the moon. When you coming home, son, I don't know when, but we'll get together then, Dad. We're gonna have a good time then. Some songs now. Let's see here. I'm trying to figure out. We're at 8 o'clock, but I'm not stopping yet. I'm trying to figure out how many more I have. I have 4 left, so we're going to run a little bit over time tonight. But these last 4 deal with nostalgia, looking back, enjoying what you have. And if you miss out on something, you know, you still got time left. So here's Try to Remember from the Fantastics. Try to remember the kind of September when life was slow and oh so mellow. Try to remember the kind of September when grass was green and grain was yellow. Try to remember the kind of September when you were a tender and callow fellow. Try to remember, and if you remember, then follow. Try to remember when life was so tender that no one wept except a willow. Try to remember when life was so tender that dreams were kept beside your pillow. Try to remember the kind
try to remember, and if you remember, then follow. 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 Deep in December, it's nice to remember, although you know the snow will follow. Deep in December, it's nice to remember, without a hurt, the heart is hollow. Deep in December, it's nice to remember the fire of September that made us mellow. Deep in December, our hearts should remember and follow. Good morning, yesterday. You wake up and time has slipped away, and suddenly it's hard to find the memories you left behind. Remember, do you remember the laughter and the tears, the shadows of misty yesteryears, the good times and the bad you've seen, and all the others in between? Remember, do you remember the times of your life? Reach back for the joy and the sorrow, put them away in your mind, for memories are time that you borrow to spend when you get to tomorrow. Here comes the setting sun. The seasons are passing one by one, so gather moments while you may, collect the dreams you dream today. Remember, will you remember the times of your life? So gather moments while you may, collect the dreams you dream today. Remember, will you remember the times of your life? Of your life, of your life. Do you remember, baby? Do you remember the times of your life?
Two to go.
"24 hours can go so fast. You look around, the day has passed. When you're in love, time is precious stuff. Even a lifetime isn't enough. Where has the time all gone to? haven't done half the things we want to. Oh well, we'll catch up some other time. This day was just a token. Too many words are still unspoken. Oh well, we'll catch up some other time. Just when the fun is starting, comes the time for parting. But let's be glad before we've had and what's to come. There's so much more embracing still to be done, but time is racing. Oh well, we'll catch up some other time. Just when the fun is starting, comes the time for parting. But let's be glad for what we've had and what's to come. There's so much more embracing still to be done, but time is racing. Oh well, we'll catch up some other time.
Before I leave you with a short one, I want to really thank sincerely from the bottom of my heart Andrea Gideon back in the booth, who is making everything happen tonight and making this possible for you sitting at home. Thank you all so much for your time. I hope to be back next month with another all-church music hour with the songs of L-O-V-E right around Valentine's Day. That will be Saturday, February 12th, 7 p.m., right here in the worship center or at home for all of you. So hope that you will join us again for that, 7 o'clock, February 12th. So the songs of L-O-V-E. For now, I'm going to leave you with another Bob Dylan. This is a benediction, and only the way Bob Dylan can give it. This is Forever Young.
May God bless and keep you always. May your wishes all come true. May you always do for others and let others do for you. May you build a ladder to the stars and climb on every rung. May you stay forever young. May you stay forever young. May you grow up to be righteous. May you grow up to be true. May you always know the truth and see the light surrounding you. May you always be courageous, stand upright and be strong. May you stay forever young. May you stay forever young. May your hands always be busy. May your feet always be swift. May you all have a strong foundation when the winds of changes shift. May you always be joyful. May your song always be sung. May you stay forever young. May you stay forever young.
Stay forever young. Enjoy every moment. We'll see you in church on a Sunday morning or again at the next all-church music hour. Thank you all.